Okay,
We're
welcome
ready.
back to Just Chatting. I don't know. We're working on an episode.
That's so crazy. You don't have a name and you've already started
But that is
filming.
kind of crazy.
What?
You don't have a
You
name.
don't even have a name for this. And
I
you
just go with the
The
flow.
No Name Podcast, unnamed.
I feel like that's a podcast for someone on Kick. The No Name Podcast. It just sounds. It sounds like it's already taken.
Wadcast.
The Wizzy Wadcast?
Wizzy Wadcast. Ray, I'm really glad you didn't watch that, Eddie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the Wizzy. I've been here. I've been writing my name.
I
for
was
5
thinking Missy Wizzy.
Mizzy
And then,
Wizzy has a lot of feelings podcast.
I fucking hate the name Mizzy.
I
Wizzy.
have feelings
Well,
podcast.
you hate that?
It's just it. I sound so like a child. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
How about the Ms. experience?
Does anyone want that experience?
The Miz
Yo, what the
experience.
fuck?
The
True.
TME, the Miz experience. Honestly, it's not bad.
Also, like, how do I know if the mic is like, if I'm talking back here, is it bad? Like,
they
should it be
really
up
don't
here?
care here. Like,
I
there
feel
was
like-
not
No,
a single
I
Is there
do
note
anything
care.
you
about.
care about?
That's why am I getting asked questions? I have questions for you, ladies.
Actually, I have the questions.
Oh, yeah.
This
Okay,
is actually the
first
host chair, and I
question.
stole it. Okay,
We have 1 hour.
my friend Dave. My friend Dave had some questions he wanted me to ask. This is
Oh my
from Ms. Kiff. Okay.
What-
God. Aw,
Oh wow.
that's so cute.
Okay, he wants to know one, genuine relationships in streaming, and then the first one there's like subtopics: friendships, romantic, and a switch to YouTube. I have to sneeze this entire time.
Bless you. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Was that real?
It was
held
like
it
building
for
that
so long.
entire time. Like if you go back on my face during like when I start saying genuine, it's building it all the way until I say YouTube. It's like, whoop, and then that's why. Well, I guess we can get started there.
What's
I
the
mean-
first one?
Let me read these.
Okay.
oh god.
Okay.
I'm allergic to
Is
something.
this multiple choice? Like what? ABC?
No, so my
Genuine?
friend Dave, the guy you met.
Hi,
Yes,
Dave.
hi,
He loves my. He
Dave.
went to Princeton.
So-
Dave is right there.
So
Hi,
Dave wrote down some questions for us
Mhm.
so we can ask it for, you guys.
Yeah.
Genuine relationships in streaming? Question mark. So what does that like mean exactly?
So what I think he wants to know is, can you have genuine relationships in streaming? Question mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can.
You can absolutely.
I actually disagree.
You wait.
I think it's at our level. I think it's impossible.
You don't.
No.
think-
At our age, it is possible.
What do you mean by that?
Absolutely. As time has gone on, a lot of us have been in space for like 10 years
Right.
now.
Mhm.
And I feel like now, especially with the people I live with, like we do stuff outside of streaming. We do stuff not doing content.
Mm.
Like I think if you hang out with people that stream, but you like don't like record it all the time,
Yeah.
you don't film, it's like not a collab. You're actually friends.
I agree with that,
Mhm.
and I agree with what you said that you're friends that you guys hang out with. But
Mhm.
my thing is, do you think, and this is a serious question for you guys, because I know my answer, do you think that you can make a friend right now? Let's say you met someone who's a 100 viewer streamer, 50 viewer streamer, and they tried to become your friend. Do you think you'd be their friend?
We have because GTA, I feel like.
Yeah.
We've met so
But
many
like a
streamers. and-
real friend. Like when I say like someone that's like I will talk to you offline about
Oh,
things.
It's difficult because everyone lives so far.
yeah.
Like I think it honestly being able to live together and like live by each other, at least in the same city, like helps so much.
I think with that's a specific case where I find it tricky
Mm.
because when there is a question mark ever, like even if, and I tend to like overthink a lot, but if I ever think like there's something that this person wants or that like there might be an ulterior motive, there just might be, even if they are just so sweet to me, I'm like, maybe they're only sweet to me because if I have that thought, I have a wall up that goes up.
Really?
Yeah, and,
Yep.
and I hate that. I don't
Mhm.
like that at all, which is why I would more likely be able to create a genuine friendship with somebody who doesn't stream at all, maybe like just completely random, who
Yep.
doesn't even know what streaming is honestly better than somebody who's like, I just started streaming and I think we'd be great friends, Leslie.
Mm.
Can I get lunch with you? That is a much harder situation than just like, oh, cool, what's streaming? Like, hey, I'll tell you about my job, you tell me about yours. We can get off like a lot more because if I have something directly that they can benefit from, I get a little bit like, but doesn't mean it's not possible. And we have like through GTA become like genuine friends with a lot of like smaller streamers. And it's
Mhm.
never, I try like never to be like, oh,
Oh.
they're just trying to gain everything or take everything from me.
Yeah.
I try to just push that down, but it does come up. It's like a little thought. And I'm like, and
Also,
yeah, it can be there.
You have to remember that like there's a lot of maybe someone has discovered you, like they might be a smaller streamer already, but like they're watching you and we're streamers, right? Like we're not like actors or whatever. Like they probably like genuinely like who we are as a person.
Yeah.
And so like why wouldn't, it's I feel like it's not all about.
But here's why I think it's so impossible. It's because those smaller streamers, yes, on surface level, we could be friends. But the truth is, it's what Fuslie said. You never know in the back of your head if they are there for you or they're there because they're trying to grow. Because the truth is, in our industry, it's if you're friends with like your boss, even that's kind of a weird thing. But for us, if I'm friends with Ray and I average 200 viewers and I somehow get on her stream, I can go up to 400. My income can double in one day. So I feel like that is so hard for someone to really say, no, I just like Ray and Fuslie. It's the truth is their brain's going to say to themselves, no, you can double your income. So I honestly believe that, me personally, I think that you can have genuine relationships, but I disagree with you when you said now it's easier. I think now it's harder because the thing is,
it's easier to make like surface level friends,
like,
harder to make
like
genuine
new friends. Like,
like there is always like a little bit of that thought, is what you're saying.
I guess like all of my friends now are people like that I've made throughout the past like years and years.
Right.
Like you have a deeper level of trust.
I see what you mean. Like someone that's literally like brand new, meeting someone for the first time. I mean,
newer ones I guess are harder, and also
it is harder.
For me, I'm like, I have all the friends I need already, and like I just want to cherish my current friendship. So I'm not like outwardly. I am seeking new friendships. Like I always do want to make new friends, and that's something. But then I'm like, I worry that I don't have the time. I'm not going to make the time, because you always do have the time if you make the time. So I don't like that excuse. I'm like, I don't have the time, because you will make it if it's a priority. But what was I saying? Oh my God, I'm ranting.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like
you can't split all your time with more and more friends. Because then no matter what, like someone's not going to be getting the time that they want to expect.
It's hard. That one's a harder one. I think if over time though, that person shows that they're not trying to capitalize on every interaction with you. Because like, for example, if like, I was like, I really like this person, genuinely seems nice, but they can gain a lot. But if every time we talk, they like go live. And like, I didn't know if I found that out, right? Like, it's weird. Like you're just talking on Discord. No, they weren't streaming, but then they chose to go live, and then they chose to go live. Then you're like, okay, well then that's clearly that. But if there's all these opportunities and they were never streaming it, or they never posted or retweeted or asked for this photo or whatever, it's like, they're not trying to.
Yeah, but what if they just like you for the fact you have money, or you're a celebrity?
I won't be buying them things, but I do. If we go out to dinner and stuff, I'm gonna pay.
Yeah,
but like if they're offering, for example, or if they're like, because some people will go out with you and then they won't they will just expect you to pay.
Right.
So like, they're not even gonna reach for the. They'll, you know what I mean? Like even if they try, always appreciate it. I had a friend one time. She I went out to this thing, and then every time the bill would come throughout the entire weekend, there'd be something she would do. She would like go on her phone really aggressively, take a phone call, go to the bathroom, something like that. And the bill would
always
come, and I thought about it. I was
that's so cringe.
And every time she was gone, and I'd like sign, and she'd come back, she'd be like, thanks. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I was too passive to be like, Venmo me later. So I was just like,
wait, really?
I was really, because I didn't
say her name.
No, I can't. I didn't know her that well. I also
it's a girl though.
It is a girl.
Figure it out.
I swear I'm gonna Venmo you back after this trip.
I don't worry about you.
She's been booking every single Uber, she booked the hotel. She's like paid for every meal, and so like I pretty much.
But it's like I know. But
it's like she knows I'm gonna like just send.
You've said it like 15 times.
Yeah, but there's the thing is with you, it doesn't matter because she knows that the money doesn't matter for you. So I don't mind paying for stuff for someone like Russell, who's had like a lot of really good sponsors over the years. No, it's like,
why do you
like let's say like Asmon. If I was hanging out with Asmon Gold and he's like, oh dude, you got the Uber. I know it doesn't matter to him in our friendship, so I don't mind paying for it. But if it's someone that's like a 50 viewer streamer and they're like looking around and stuff, then yeah, I would feel like it's disingenuous.
Or I'd feel like I'm just kind of, I'm expected to pay. I don't like that feeling where like I'm expected to. Like
so
they don't.
Have you guys made a friend, would you say, over the past like few years? Because that is a small streamer that you're still like, I legitimately think you're my friend.
Like, I mean, we're going to dinner with one tonight.
From GTA,
that where we met in GTA, and this is our first time meeting her in person.
Yeah, like we're going out, and I do think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like once they were like best friends, or I have like I'm trying to think of someone.
I mean, this is like newer friend.
Yeah, new friend.
I don't know.
But, like you click with them and you're like,
I mean, it's so hard. Like everyone doesn't leave their house. Like even in LA, like we don't really like go.
we haven't even made like
meet
friends with bigger
people.
streamers.
Yeah, you guys
either.
are very like
We kind of like are. What is this?
Drake. I think did this once.
Drake did this once, but what does it mean?
Cool.
You guys are very.
You guys are pretty fucking cool.
A-okay.
No, like you guys are very like in your own circle.
But we don't mean to be like cliquey, you know. We're just like.
I honestly have kind of learned from hanging out with people that are also just our age, because we're all like 30. That is just how life is.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets like that when they get older.
Like I think everyone like at our age is like getting comfortable, getting like everyone's very okay with the current friend groups,
Yeah.
and we're just chilling.
I have this
Are you
need to
chilling?
like be with
No.
like friends with every single person. I'm very people pleaser mentality all throughout college and everything. So I want everybody to like me, and I wanted bigger. I thought
Oh,
bigger meant like I was in
yeah.
a sorority. Thought like more friends meant like just oh my god, she's so well liked. And then
Oh,
over the
yeah.
years, yeah, I'm like
I
okay.
wanted everyone's
Right.
approval.
Yeah, it's like I'm friends with every single person. I'm on good terms with every single person. And then as you get older, you're like, I have my people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like maybe it's 6 people. Maybe I'm good terms with 30. You know, but I don't really like this is acquaintance area or like friend area. This is like my people. You know what I mean? And that's you don't have that much time.
Wait,
so.
let me ask you: do you guys because I wonder this? Do you guys care more about or as much as you did when you first started about attention?
Almost so.
Oh.
Before on a trip like this, I'll tell you, in 2016, I would have been like, we got to take 4 pictures together every day, tweet it out, who's posting it, tagging it, post it on Instagram post, vlog, 4 vlogs.
This
I
is
can't be bothered.
this
It's
is
crazy. A lot of my viewers didn't even know you guys were coming.
this is the very first time I have ever went on a trip and literally forgot to post my schedule.
I know.
I forgot. Like I just didn't care enough. Like no one knew I was on Nick's stream yesterday. No one knew I was on your stream.
That's
I
a good
remembered
thing.
while we were streaming. That's why I took that video. Like I took an Instagram story.
The Ray
Video?
Bans would have came out and
for
attacked me.
Instagram story. I was like,
Oh.
I'm on playing Mario Party, but I was
That's
doing
the thing. Like I'm supposed to
Wait,
do that.
you would have done that?
I did it.
No, she
Oh,
did
thank
it.
you.
While we were setting up Mario Party, I was like,
didn't
oh
even-
my god,
I
people
didn't
don't know we're
think
live.
about it. I've been happy to be here. It's been really fun. Like it's been great. But like normally, like my content brain years ago would have done that more efficiently.
Like
And
uploaded
then-
a schedule
And
ahead of
taking
time.
photos with everybody and like, you know, put a schedule. But like now I think I'm just getting like lazy and
But do you think you're getting lazy because of money, or do you think you're getting lazy because you felt such like crazy amounts of attention over the years that you just don't care anymore?
Closer to that than money.
You think so?
Yeah, it's more that I'm almost like
desensitized.
yeah, I'm like less chasing that feeling of like how many likes am I gonna get on this
Yeah,
Twitter
it's like
post. I'm just like if they want to know, they'll.
I used to
hear
care
something.
so much about like the numbers, and then like when Among Us happened, and then you become so desensitized after that. It's like
Wait, why are you desensitized after
I
Among Us?
had during COVID, I peaked at 150,000 viewers.
Yeah, I tried talking to you a lot back then. You wouldn't answer me.
That's not true.
She's a busy girl.
You're such a
she was on Jimmy
liar.
Fallon.
Wait, you went on Jimmy Fallon?
Bro,
played
they
Among
played
Us
Among
with
Us
him.
on
Oh my god, I forgot. I
with
watched
the
that
Stranger
stream.
Things cast. Like it was crazy. It was
I
like
forgot
peak
about-
Stranger Things, peak Among
It
Us.
was,
Jimmy
it
Fallon.
was a crazy time.
I was leeching off that. I watched that stream. There was giant cocks on the stream.
Was there?
Yeah, remember the chat was terrible. He didn't know mods.
Oh, he
They-
streamed.
No,
it?
but the thing is, like, they didn't play that part on television. Like, obviously, they like
no chat.
you know,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see. But he was
so,
live for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you've been in like Vogue. You've been there. You've had 150,000
Yeah.
viewers once.
yeah,
That's crazy. You had 150,000 viewers for just
It's,
Among Us.
insane.
yeah. It was.
Do people still
was a
come up
crazy
to you and
time.
go like, "Oh my god, like I
Among
remember you
Us?
from Among Us"?
Yeah. I mean, nowadays it's more so becoming about like GTA. I think. Like,
Really?
I saw it was weird. Like in your chat, people were like, "Oh my god, it's Raymond and April Fools."
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I feel like my chat would be much more like that because they're so understanding of the Twitch culture. But like, you
I
know,
feel like your chat doesn't watch GTA though.
no, my chat knows everything about everyone all at once.
Really?
Yes. Like my chat knows. They just don't know anything. Like you guys are famous on. You guys do Instagram stuff. You do like sponsors for towels.
This is crazy. I know he's gonna bring it up. I don't do that anymore. Like,
But it was cool that you did it.
yeah, you know, at one time I was like,
You act like
aisle 7.
you know I'm just jealous, right?
Hmm.
I've gotten sponsors with like I'll like refresh my email and 2 days later, Displate wants to do a sponsor with me. I want to throw up.
Wait, Displate's cool. They do the
No,
big
Displate's
posters.
terrible.
yeah, posters.
I hate them.
You can't
They're
say
bad.
that.
I hate Displate. No, I hate them. You want to know why? They almost killed my rabbit.
Did the poster almost drop on?
Yes.
Oh.
It literally almost just was like a guillotine. Almost killed him. And I jumped in, grabbed him, and I threw him. Right as I threw him, it hit me.
Did it hit? It got you.
Yeah.
So you got hit really
Did it
heavy.
cut you?
No, I lied. It was.
Hey.
Oh my God, surprise Pikachu face.
Does not
You-
stop
Shocked.
lying.
So shocked.
It's just I don't lie. So let me
Okay.
I don't lie. I stretch the truth. So I actually did try to grab him when that happened, but I grabbed him after it happened.
So,
So you just picked him up. And
so it hit him.
No, but it did get really close. And I said to myself, you know what, Matt? You have a lot of sponsor opportunities. You're very successful. Just no Displate. And I never went to Displate again. 3 weeks later, my rabbit died.
From the hit,
Damn.
or just being maybe scared because
Could
they
be
die from
shock.
fear.
Could be shock.
Yeah.
Could be when I picked him up, he was scared.
I dropped a rabbit like one time, like just somebody else's rabbit because I used to work at a vet hospital and
You would work at a vet hospital.
I did, and then I would take their rabbits or the cats out of the carriers and whatever. So I, took the rabbit and it was shaking or whatever, and like there was 3 ladies, and I like tried to do something with it, and it just dropped.
Jumped?
Yeah, but that's not bad. How
It
what
is
was it on
bad.
like
They
was
can
it
die.
on like the hard floor?
Yeah, it's like a hard, like those tiled, nothing, those shiny floors.
That's not that bad.
Did you drop it in front of the owner?
Yes, in front of the owners.
Oh,
And I was just like,
God.
I'm so sorry.
That
I'm
is
so sorry.
insane.
And it was alive, but it was like they were like, they were not happy. One time I tried to stick a thermometer up the dog butt because that's how you take their temperatures,
Yeah.
So I stick it up, and the owner didn't say anything about like anything. So I went, bloop, and then the dog snapped around and bit me, like, and I was like, what the? And then the guy goes, oh yeah, she doesn't like that. I'm like,
I've tried it before.
you tell
wasn't a
me
fan.
that after I, like you need to say these things. It was pissed off, and it was the hospital I worked at had a partnership with a human hospital. So then they're like, this happens all the time. We'll take you over there, and then I got checked out. And they're like, you're fine.
I
no
forget
rabies."
that you had a life before streaming.
We all did.
We all did.
Well, I know she did. You did GameStop.
Yeah.
That's it. GameStop. and
Yeah,
then
he
she
only
was-
knows that I did GameStop before streaming.
But okay, I'm imagining
What?
you were like 10. You worked at GameStop.
Oh my God, no.
I don't know. What jobs have you had besides GameStop?
Right at 16,
Mm.
I got my first job. I worked as a waitress, and then I worked 4 years at a car wash, a Mormon car wash. So it was like, fully clothed.
Wait.
Year-round
what-
car wash.
What would you do at the car wash?
You you take the money, they select the car wash, you pressure wash the cars.
You
and then,
you did that?
yes, and then you go around and
What's
then
a
you drive the
Mormon
car.
Yeah, what
car
is this
wash?
thing like a Mormon car wash? Like,
Because when I say I worked at the car wash, people think it's bikinis,
or
in a
at the
parking lot.
car
But it was like a
wash?
business, like an actual
Okay.
full automotive business.
Mormon owned or
Automatic-
just like
Mormon owned.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he had literally 7 kids, and he
That doesn't
was
sound
closed
good.
on Sundays. No, he was open on Sundays, but he was not there on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
I was there
So how long did you work at the car wash?
4 years.
Wait, you worked at
Because
a car
it-
wash for 4 years?
It had the best tips. You could imagine it's half automatic, so the middle is the machinery stuff, and then the front pressure wash. The back is there's blow dryers, and then you dry it in the back, and there's a tip box right there. The car is only in there for 2 minutes.
Right.
And then they tip because you're drying and sometimes it's really hot. So you're drying and you're in full blown khakis and a jacket and everything and you're sweating sometimes in the middle of winter on Christmas. Yeah. Be working at the car wash.
You worked on Christmas?
Mhm, yeah. And then you go through, dry the cars, and then they give you a couple dollars, and it adds up. And you split it between 2 people because there's one person in the front or one person in the back, but you'd be there 9 hours outside.
I had a job where we had a tip jar, and I stole from it the whole time.
You're so that's
your nice story about your animals, very sweet. But yeah, I stole from a tip jar for 2 years at a pool.
I mean, so did I. But
Oh,
no.
wait.
But no. I only stole quarters to go use at the M&M machine.
That's-
you know what I
that's
mean?
justified.
I would take
That's
a
justified.
quarter and
No, it's not. That's called stealing. I hate when
you
people.
spin it,
I
get
hate
the
when you guys
candy
do
out.
this.
I was a legitimate klepto, so I just stole.
She stole $100 from her mom as a baby.
Yes, when I was literally 4, before I could make words, I woke up in the middle of the night.
Wait, what's the craziest thing you stole?
$100 out of my mom's
That's
wallet,
it.
stuck
Oh,
it in
I
my
used to steal
underwear.
from my mom all the time.
I stole tampons.
But she was,
I used to steal
CD
my mom's
players.
tampons.
I stole a CD player from Target.
That's nothing.
I stole sunglasses and I
Yeah.
got banned from the place.
Was it
Also-
Ray-Bans?
No, it wasn't. I was pressured too as well. And it was on a tennis trip and I was also the captain. And the other girl was also a captain. Her name was also Rachel. So we were Rachel squared captains.
But you were better at
But
tennis.
we both stole on the tennis trip. We
Wait.
got caught.
Holy both
Yes,
of you?
I had to go to court for this.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. My coach never found out. Like the whole team kept it a secret. Like while we were like late to get, it was like during like one of those like lunch things when you're on a school field trip and like sports trip. And then like everyone goes to lunch in different places. But like we went to the store and then we got caught. And then like we were late coming back to the bus and like we're like, you guys can't say anything.
So I'm only going to ask, Rachel squared.
Yeah.
It would be the best if you were duos because you were in squares.
We did do duos.
Wait,
That's the best name you can ever think
Yeah,
of.
we did do duos and I did do solos. It
And
was a good time.
were
That
you
was when I was athletic.
She's still
You know you could be athletic now.
You are baseline athletic though. Remember we did 100 Thieves camp? You were just good at everything.
Let's start a pickleball team, guys.
I am baseline. Like if I really tried,
good.
like I could get back into shape, I think. But it's hard when like I become a degenerate so easily.
You could do anything you want. in life. Like you were a car
So
wash.
can you, Miz?
No, I really can't. At this
Oh
point,
my god! Wait, I wasn't done talking about. We have to go back to jobs.
Oh yeah.
So car wash. I worked at a bank.
What?
Yes, I worked at a waitress, car wash for 4 years. Then I worked at a bank, Washington Federal Bank. And then I worked at an arcade. And then I worked at GameStop. And then I like
Wait, what'd you do at the bank?
I took people's
Teller?
Yeah, I was a
You
teller.
were a teller?
Yeah,
So you had to count money.
yeah. I was really good at like
Do you have to
taking
like
the
take a lot
money.
of interviews to be trusted though?
It
Like the whole
was
process?
the worst thing ever.
Was it a
when
Mormon bank?
People would come, well, like they needed their paycheck. They'd live paycheck to paycheck,
Yeah.
and they would ask to get it cashed out. But like the company would have to like, it has to like sit for a couple days before you could cash it, and you have to like tell people no, you can't have your money for like a couple.
And they
It
were-
actually was heartbreaking seeing how many people were like, oh god, it was so horrible. Just it was so sad. But yeah, I did that. And then I started streaming.
I'm not kidding you, Ray. I did not need to do all that.
I loved working.
Me too.
What jobs did you have?
What have I done?
Yeah.
Before streaming.
Oh well.
Every job lined up.
Every single job.
Okay, I was a bus boy at
Where?
first. I was a
Where?
bus boy for like 2 years.
Where? What restaurant?
This is one restaurant in Montclair, New Jersey. It was mid as fuck.
What?
Worked there for 2 years. Then I was a lifeguard.
Really?
No. You could tell the way he's looking around. He's lying. Yeah, he's looking for a reaction.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
you're-
like he was like, I was a
What joke
Big-
am I gonna bring up with a lifeguard?
bro.
You just know we don't
You-
believe that. And
I-
you're
you
like,
There's
should-
no way you can't
you are
swim.
not a lifeguard.
You drink pool water. I learned that yesterday.
That's true.
I literally.
I'm not lying. What do you want me to swear on?
Call your mom.
No, bro.
Don't call your mom. Don't call your mom.
I'm not calling my mom.
Okay,
but anyway,
but you were actually a lifeguard.
Okay, you're a lifeguard.
I was a lifeguard for 2 years.
Like at a pool? Did you
Yes.
sit on the lighthouse things and like look
Yeah.
at?
Yes. it
Did
was
you
a-
save someone?
Did
ever?
anyone die
I saved
under
the
you?
baby bird once.
Shut the hell up! You
I
did not-
swear to God, I did. I saved the baby bird. And I'm like, one day, a girl I'm gonna meet is gonna love this story.
You did not save a bird. No one is buying that.
You really?
I think the lifeguard thing
okay.
might
I'll
be true.
show, you want me to reenact it? Fuck it.
No.
You're the baby bird.
Oh shit! Now let me die, please.
You know what?
Take my time.
I
Take
honestly
me
was like
away.
going to the baby bird for like 5 minutes.
Oh,
I was like,
dying.
well, I was like, my shift was almost over. I didn't want to jump in. So I was sitting there. I'm like, and keep in mind,
There's no way you cradled the bird like this.
keep in
There's
mind,
no
this
way.
is
There's
before
no
social
way.
media. So I did this genuinely. This wasn't for vines or likes. This was 2007. My mom was having a crisis because of the market crash or something shit like that. And I saved this baby bird.
Really setting the tone.
And I did it. You know what I did? I was like, I saved it, put it down, and I'm like, I
Put
did
it
this-
down.
Oh, what'd you do after you saved the bird?
You just
I
let-
saved it. I put it down.
And you left it
killed
there?
it.
I didn't kill it. I brought it to some vet hospital, and some lady dropped it.
That's
First of all, it was a rabbit. Okay, so don't try to like.
You thought it was a rabbit. Probably. No, I just left it there. But as a lifeguard, you know what I learned? I learned how to space out because they told us when we got the job. They said, "Hey, I need you. You're gonna sit there for 30-minute shifts around this pool. It's boring. It was a pool for the town. It's so boring." And they said, "Hey, you're gonna have to learn how to read because that's what everyone does in the job. They just read and walk around. But I can't read.
I can't either.
I can't. Can you read? But it's just too hard.
Oh, I have aphantasia, so I don't enjoy reading because I can't imagine what I'm reading.
What is aphantasia?
It's when you can't. Okay, let's do the test. All right, imagine. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Close
Everyone,
them.
close your eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine an apple. Okay. Is it colorful? Is it like 3D? Is it like, thick, juicy? Is
it weird that I'm imagining just in episode 2 of Death Note, I'm imagining the apple that is being
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
It's fine. It
yeah,
can be
yeah,
any
yeah,
apple.
seeing
Okay.
that apple.
Now, all right, now that you have the apple, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being full-blown imaginary, vivid, it's very colorful, bright. Can you that's 10, and then 0 is like you see nothing. Like out of 0 to 10, what would you say?
I'd probably say a solid 8. I'll be honest with you, my imagination's wild.
Okay. What about you, Leslie?
Well, okay, so when I think about, am I literally seeing an apple?
Imagine in your imagination.
In my imagination,
Yeah, in your imagination.
it's pretty, this apple is red and it's got it's 3D and it's got a light shining on it. So it's very reflective and it's
really?
it's slowly rotating and there's
What?
Yeah, so
it's super
So-
reflective.
So
Me?
I'm imagining right now it's an apple. Have you ever played Pigman when you get one item and it brings it back to the shop and you spin it around? And it's like, So I'm imagining in that scene right now, there's an apple and I'm just viewing it.
So what number are you out of 10?
I would say when
That sounds like a 9.
it's pretty high. I can visualize it, but
yeah.
I'm not seeing it, but I'm visualizing
Yes,
it. Yeah.
the way you visualize. So
So what about you?
yeah, so for me, I would be probably a 2 out of 10.
Aphantasia?
Yeah. So
Wasn't she on
do you
American
know
Idol?
Sidion? She also has aphantasia. She is
Who?
worse.
Sidion.
Oh.
Sydney from
Yeah.
yes. So she actually has worse aphantasia than me. Like she doesn't even have an inner monologue.
That's crazy.
So that's why when you asked me on Stream Managers today, do you have an inner monologue? I said no.
you talk.
Okay, when you're alone, do you talk to yourself in your head?
No.
So when you're alone, do you hear anything? Like thoughts?
Okay.
No, that's not.
When
there's
if
no
you're
way, there's no
walking
way,
in
there's no
a
way.
forest,
Yep.
you're thinking things to yourself.
Like, do you think oh look
I
at those
play music in
leaves.
my head.
Okay, well let's.
I've got in PlayStation 2, you have an 8 megabyte slot. You have a bunch.
hiccup.
I'm in the middle of something. You know how you have 8 megabytes? You have a bunch of things, 6 things you can have in there. So lately, right now, it's been one EDM song I listen to. And
Which one?
I don't even know what it's
So
called.
it's on repeat.
Yeah, all the time.
Red
That's all I
lights.
hear.
Tiesto. Blackout.
I don't know song
everything
names.
faded.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I-
Ray, I'm
I
telling you,
do-
you and I are actually very
Yeah, I feel
similar.
we
We are
It's not a good thing.
very similar.
Yeah.
And I also will only replay
no.
maybe 2 or 3 songs until I get sick of it. I replay those 2 songs over and over.
That's
again.
all I do. And in fact, Ray, I play them even after I'm sick of it because I know I'm going to get really sick of it and then I like it again. I've been doing that for Strobe for about 11 years.
Is that a song?
That's Dead Mouse. I also replayed that song over and over.
Dude.
That was a long time ago.
You two are actually similar.
I know.
no.
I know that's rough.
You
to
might be
hear.
my sister, not my cousin.
And I think I'm the
Anyways,
cousin.
Mom?
back to Aphantasia. What were we talking about
I
before
would not
that?
have
Dude, I
good
feel
kids
like
like
we're in
you.
a room of people that have ADHD.
I'm fine.
Yes, but people love that shit,
Are you
Ray.
fine?
I'm fine.
Okay, well,
I'm good. I'm locked.
Do you have ADHD?
Yes.
Do you? I'm
She
not going to ask.
she
I
she
forgot
has
to ask.
medication.
I have medication.
I-
I am ADHD.
I talked to a lady.
ADHD.
Whatever.
I only got the AD or the HD. I got half.
Yeah. What did your doctor say? You.
My
have-
doctor said that I got a 50-50 on the test. We did it online. I think I need to go to another doctor.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
Ray,
another one.
yeah, go to another doctor. Okay, so my story is crazy with ADHD. So I always knew I was stupid. And I'm like, God, this is fucking awesome. Because the thing is with ADHD, it's the best thing that you can ever have in your life because you're so imaginative, you're
Coral.
so creative.
Nah.
But it's the worst thing you can ever have because you never can pay attention. And
Yeah.
I'm never focused. I'm never present, ever. Always just there's a
Cool.
monkey clapping in my head. Right. And when I sold drugs, because that was my second job, we didn't get to that. But I sold drugs.
We need to talk about your jobs.
That's great. No. We'll
Wait,
go
we
to your
keep
job.
getting so sidetracked.
It's okay. That's where conversations go.
Yeah, but people
Where were
you
we?
gotta realize we're adhering to children with ADHD or the Instagram kids. So they love this shit.
I feel like our audience is old. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll full circle back eventually.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
So drugs. You
Yeah,
sold?
so but what were we talking about? So yeah,
oh,
I sold drugs.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
Thank you for
that was a
watching.
great episode.
Don't run my fucking show.
I'm literally
She's
sitting
in the
host
hot seat.
I'm the host. This is
You
the
can
seat.
probably do my show better.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I can do a phase contract with you. I'll 80%. I
I'm not
get.
joining Phase.
Yeah, but you're joining OTK.
I'm in Heart of Thieves.
dude, that'd be so sick. Oh
What?
wait. was gonna say
Co-owner?
OTK Fuslie.
That'd be so sick if you left.
That would be so crazy if like we just like both left at the same time. Oh, wild.
Would that be awesome?
Listen, if you want to be part OTK, part 100 Thieves, we are totally okay with that. We don't care. We are down to share.
What is this?
The OTK. CLM?
Yeah.
Why does that sound so familiar?
CLM.
What is CLM?
Country
again?
Line Militia.
Militia.
No, it means something. How did
Stupid.
CLM? It's like
CL.
It's E-Rob's thing.
He does this?
No, his community does this to him because he's a cuck. Because his girlfriend Britt.
This is like sign language for something.
Yeah, it's probably like yo.
yeah.
Or like rock on. That's what I would probably assume.
So what did Britt do?
So Britt dates this guy, Big J. And
Wait, what? Britt has a boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's not E-Rob?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
I can't tell if you're lying.
No, I'm
Wait,
serious.
oh, actually.
So E-Rob and her had a kid,
Right.
but
Wait, you're lying. Britt is not dating somebody. Unless she is.
no, she actually is.
All the power to her if that's cool. with
Yes,
them.
Britt
Okay.
is dating this guy named Big J, and Big J and Britt date, but Britt had the kid with E-Rob.
Fact check. Dave said you're
Dave's-
lying.
Dave,
has no
Dave
idea.
doesn't know anything. That's why he
Dave
wants me to
literally
ask
said
questions
you're
about you.
lying.
Dave, please. Dave just laughs at everything Miss
I know.
says.
Because
It's
you know what
just-
I am? I'm a
he's
monkey to
just
Dave.
chuckling
I
the
just
whole time.
that's all. Dave for 10 years has known me. He just points and laughs. He's like, "Sure, I'll do your homework for you, but you're still an idiot."
That's why
I'm
you
like,
guys are good friends because like
He's-
this is exactly what Miz wants. Someone just laugh at him all the time.
Ray, you act like you know me.
I forget.
You're not that complicated.
I'm really not.
You're not.
I'm really not.
Oh God, I feel like there's like 17 things we were talking about, but we never finished.
Jobs, drugs, cuck, CLM, joining OTK. I
Wait.
mean, a lot. Oh, thievery. You know,
What
when
is it,
we were
Red?
kleptos.
Just
Wait, but Fuzzy, what was your jobs?
yeah, your jobs, Leslie.
Because I mean, I'll basically tell you, I sold drugs. I was really good at it. I used to make 10K a month, and then I got caught because one of my friends, my brother's friend, actually snitched on me. I went to court just like you did, and they found that I literally went in there. I'm like, I'm white. I'll get away with it. And you know what's crazy? I did. What?
That's crazy.
I had 6 tickets. I can look at these eyes. You're not going to do anything to me. But I did it purposely. I did all this stuff when I was 17 years old.
Oh, so you would go to juvie max.
Because I knew I would just, no, not even juvie. I knew I'd get away with it.
Oh, I see.
They're not going to hurt a kid that has a future for some weed. And I went in there. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I know I messed up. And they're like,
Do we-
dude,
Do we have
fuck
CCTV
yeah.
footage of this? Like 17-year-old Matt, like,
Yeah, my mom. What
apologizing?
do you think my mom was live on TikTok?
no, it's just like, was this filmed? Like, I would love to
You
see
think
this.
my mom wanted to film
would
this shit?
be
She,
no-
was
Maybe you
could, like, ask
she
the
dropped me off
court.
at the courthourse in Winter Subway.
I would do the same. I couldn't look.
My mom did not want to be anywhere near me with this shit. She was embarrassed. She's like, "What the hell's wrong with you, boy?" I'm like, honestly, you raised me, so it's your fault.
Damn.
But the weed was good.
Dude.
I sold grade A shit.
It feels so good getting away
From what?
from the cops
Stealing.
when you're doing bad things.
Or you just feel like you made money. Like you're
Right.
There was one time, okay, when I was in my heavy weed era, heavy weed era. We went to Seattle. It was a 3-hour drive. We would go to Seattle like every 2 weekends and buy a ton of weed. Well, it was legal in Washington. Like I had a green card.
Oh, wow.
And I was also growing plants. I had 2 plants. They were
Oh
very
my
cute.
God. Like,
Yeah,
look at
I
you
was-
guys.
I was deep in it. And then we would go to Seattle, buy. I
Wait,
had,
what
like,
kind
one
of weed did you grow?
what do you mean what kind? There's like 2 kinds.
Man, what
Sativa
the
and
fuck?
indica. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
but there's Granddaddy Perp. There's Bubba Kush.
I don't know the names.
Pineapple Express.
Oh, you sounded like a 10-year-old
I know the movie.
there.
the movie.
I'm a fan. Seth Rogen, he's a funny guy.
There is Pineapple Express. Like there's a White Widow.
There's so many. I don't know the name, but anyways,
There's 151.
we went bought like a gallon bag just full of weed because like we go home with it 3-hour drive home. And,
That much?
yeah, like then I would illegally like sell it to other people.
Oh, that
and,
must have been so much
like
money.
a gallon.
Wait, does
bag.
your community know this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk
she's-
about my weed phase all
They
the
usually
time.
probably mute
No,
this.
you're getting the exclusive. For the
Oh
pod.
yeah, but anyways,
Mhm.
so we had this. We're going home, and then we parked. Me and a friend like parked outside this person's house to just like smoke, right? And they called the cops on us because we were pretty much like parked outside their house. And so we had this giant bag of weed,
Holy.
like because you can only have a certain amount like legally,
Then it's
and then like the rest is like
felony.
illegal. Yeah. So that was in my glove box. The cop, imagine me so high. Cop comes up, freaking out.
This is awesome. I'm so high.
It's
Is this granddaddy burp? I don't care.
Anxiety, so much anxiety. And the cop is like, all right. He's like, where is it? Like, show me where it is, blah, blah, blah. And dude, I look over my friend. really, really high. And then he looks over at me and we look at the glove box and then he reaches down and he grabs this like tiny bag that had a tiny little nugget in it. Like that little tiny bag. And he gives it to the cop. And the cop's like, that's all you guys were worried about? I was like, you guys are fine. He takes it and he was like, you guys are fine. But like, we were so high and like, confrontation with a cop like that is just like so scary. We're like, bro, he would have taken all of that away. It would have been so bad. But
then you learned your lesson, to tossed all the weed out, never smoked again.
What if he was like,
yeah, totally.
are you the tennis girl that went to court for the sunglasses?
That would have been crazy.
I booked you. I remember that. Ray Squared. I remember that. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, that was the whole time.
That's crazy.
That's a whole lifetime away.
Whole life.
I stopped smoking so long ago though. Like,
Wait, you don't smoke weed?
No.
This is the 420
Neither do
episode,
I.
bro.
I
Where is
can't. It ruined it for me. Like it actually is
Wait,
just.
did you get high on your own supply?
I mean, no. Well, yeah, but I would. Like I started getting more anxious every time I did it. You know what I mean? And also, when I used to get high, I was very lazy. Like the definition of munchies. I will eat everything. I will do nothing. All I'll do is play games and rot away. And I just I had to change my life.
Yeah, but that honestly is peak because you were a kid.
Yeah.
Like when
I know, I was like 20. You know what I mean? Like I needed to start focusing on
20.
real life.
Yeah, I feel like 20, you're still at that area of you could fuck around and be an idiot.
Oh, I did.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Like for me, one of my best times in my life, I when I smoked weed, I hated it. I thought weed was the worst thing. And I always saw all my friends around me and I'm like, you guys are dumb as hell now. I hated that because I'm just like, they're used to be witty and make jokes. And now they're just
fried your brain.
Yeah, they just be like, you want to blaze? I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So, but anyway, so.
Your jobs?
I was about to talk about my friend who passed away. But yeah.
My jobs. Well, I had some jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I work for my
What are you
parents.
eating?
I've been eating honey bunches of oats this whole time.
Are we sponsored?
Courtesy of Dave. Thank you, Dave. What?
Do you want food?
No.
Want honey bunches of oats?
No, thank you.
They're good.
We had food right before this.
You want some water? It's been fermenting for 2 days.
That's
Oh, no, thank
disgusting.
Chompy might have drank some of it.
How did
probably.
Chompy's face fit in there?
How would you look at this glass? Would you say it's half empty or half full?
I
It
feel
is
like
more full than empty.
It's full.
Right? It's a
It's
good
more
perspective.
full than.
But it's actually more full.
But it's not starting at the bottom. There's a chunk here.
Oh, but I think
That
still,
is-
even including that, if you were to flatten it out, and make that the new bottom,
Dude,
that would still be.
looking at this, some people paint this.
Some
You know
people
what I
can
mean?
some people can cut it with a knife and it's a cake.
Oh my god!
That's so true.
Are we
Yeah.
high?
Is this cake? Or is
It is. It's 420, guys.
I feel like you guys don't need this.
Give me a knife.
I just can't believe
Odds.
Mods. Would
we
you know?
need this to survive.
No, I had this conversation of literally
It's
when
so-
you drink water,
Have a napkin.
nothing tastes like water than water. And when you drink it, no, stop it. When you drink water, think about it. It's everything. Everybody needs it to survive, and isn't that kind of a beautiful thing? Like animals,
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
the world, right? Everybody needs water, and
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like a beautiful liquid that it's
It's
just kind of like this
funny that it's also clear.
It's clear.
Yeah.
It tastes like nothing. There's no calories, but it's everywhere, and we need it to survive. And it's in our bodies, and it's kind of a beautiful thing.
Like asbestos.
What is asbestos? Is that a drug?
It's in your house.
Oh, is that pesticides?
No, you guys
actually-
really don't know anything. You're how I don't understand.
No,
you
I
wanted to
actually
grow up
don't
10
know
years
what
ago.
that is.
What is this? It sounds
What
a
is-
spice. It's a spice. Asbestos.
It sounds like a cleaner, like
It
some
is.
sort of cleanser.
Is it not a pesticide?
I thought you were a cleaner.
What?
Oh God, didn't you clean houses?
No, that was not any of the
Why?
six jobs
Would you
that I
ask?
named
Why
off
would
to
you
you.
think that?
So what did you do?
Great segue.
Yeah.
Pivot. So I okay. Well, I was a goody two shoes all the way through. Okay.
What does all the way through mean?
As
Through
in like
school.
high school, I
Mhm.
was like,
What grade did you get?
I have 4.2 GPA in high school. I was very studious. I got all my friends to
Wait,
like
what was your GPA?
I don't know. It was 3 point something.
That answered it for me.
That's
but-
good.
I was a B student.
That's not
Solid
bad.
B's. No, I was good. I was good, but like I wasn't like on a roll.
Yeah, if I was like not getting like, on that 4.0, I was really sad. So I was convincing all my friends to also take the SAT and the ACT, and I was trying to convince them how important. They're like, we don't need a college. And I was like, guys, all of us are going to take the ACT together. All of us are going to take the SAT together. We're going to take prep classes together.
Oh my god.
And my friends' parents loved me. They're like,
Oh,
"Leslie's
yeah,
coming
I
over."
bet every
Wow.
parent loved
And I was
you.
like, I'm going to make Lily take the ACT. Don't you worry. I would tell their parents and I'd yap and they're like,
Wow.
thank you so much. Like, she's just losing motivation lately. Oh, and the cool thing, I was like an Avid tutor. So there's like a program called Avid at school where if you're like the first generation to go to college, then you can sign up for this program. And then it's like, because your parents don't really know how to guide you through the whole college application process. So it's college prep essentially. But I was a tutor for it. And then all my friends were in the class. So like they would like
So you
Leslie, I
tutored
didn't do my
them?
homework. Yeah. So it was 7th period.
Isn't
and,
there like a power dynamic with that though?
kind of, but like not really. We were super chill, like at lunch and stuff. They're just like, I didn't do my homework, Leslie. Can you like pick me for your group? And so I can like do it during class. I was like, yeah, I got you. So like it was kind of like a fun thing. Anyway, so my jobs. I worked for my parents for the first bit. Then
What is a first bit?
like for like high school, I worked for my parents.
What'd
and
you
then
do?
What?
What'd you do?
My
Like-
mom's an accountant and my dad runs a company for X-ray. He makes X-ray machines for animals. So his clients are all like,
Whoa,
I thought
I
you were
didn't
gonna
know
say
that.
yeah, that's what he does right now. Even he goes to like all the different parks and even Disneyland and just like random places where their animals are. And then they like flop like a dolphin on his machine and they're like, burp, and they scan. all
Well, how
kinds of
did you
stuff.
help with that though?
I was just like crunching numbers, like accounting, the boring stuff. My mom's the CPA for my dad.
Mm.
And she was working at the time for Stanford. Anyways, so then she was earning that. So then I was just like adding numbers and like putting them. And my mom was paying me like $13 an hour. And I was like, yes. And then she gave a job to my boyfriend at the time and gave him double my
Ooh.
salary because he was.
That's fair.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of whack? I think about it. My boyfriend literally did the exact same thing, but my parents are looking for a reason to like help him out because his family was struggling a lot at the time. And my mom's like, oh, we can help him, but I don't think we should just give him money for free, right? He should work
Right.
for us. So she employed both of us. Then I went to college and I didn't have a job in college until I decided to become a vet. I wanted to be a doctor all the way through. And then
You would be a vet. You'd be a good vet.
really?
She'd be a teacher.
I was
Oh, you'd be a vet teacher?
No, I ended up wanting to be a teacher at the very end. Like, so I was like, I went in as public health sciences at TUCI. And then as I was taking classes, like bio classes, I was realizing I was just doing better than everyone. And I was like, and they're all like, well, I'm pre-med. And I was like, well, if you're pre-med, I can be pre-med. And I was like, if you're going to be a doctor, I can be a doctor. So then I swapped to being a pre-med major. And then as I was doing that, I realized like, I don't want to do that. I don't want
Did
to
you
be
ever
a
cheat
doctor.
in college?
Did I cheat? All the time.
Okay, so you put on this like, I'm a happy girl.
No,
You
but
cheated.
yeah, I put I would like print out like formulas and put it on like water bottles.
You were crazy.
Yeah, no, you just put it on the nutrition facts, but instead of this, it's just like the formulas, your physics formulas. I mean, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, you know, calculators.
You're not cheating,
right
you're
on
not
the pad,
trying,
you put it in
bro.
the back of the
Oh,
calculator.
hell yeah. You're downloading it and you're putting formulas into your TI-89 or you have like you write the formulas on your hand. But the worst part is you spend all this time writing formulas and you take the test and you realize you memorize them doing it. You're like, I don't even need that. It was like how you
That's
learn
so
it.
funny.
Or there's a page and they're like, the back page, by the way, all the formulas are included. And you're like, no, I'm supposed to have an advantage. So like, anyways, so I mean, I didn't cheat all the time.
You
but,
know how
like,
I cheated in college?
How?
I
Dave?
forget. No, honestly, a lot of it was. Well, the thing is, when I was in college, a lot of it started to become online. So it was just, or I would just do it
really?
random.
Yahoo Answers too?
I would do this.
Oh, you would look up the test during.
Yeah. Well, I would. What was it? What were the websites called that we used? That everyone used when you started cheating in school.
Yahoo Answers.
No.
Wolfram Alpha.
Yes, there was one that I used.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know this too well. There was one I used where I was subscribed to. I actually didn't eat for a day, so I can have it. But I would just sit there and go like this. The thing is with finance teachers, and I was in finance, they don't care if you cheat. They almost want you to, because the truth is with finance, it's not about what you know. It's how you can talk and how much you can lie and manipulate others.
This is crazy.
Wow.
That's what being a finance person is all about. It's about deceiving others to give you money. So in order to deceive, I
Wow.
cheated. And my professors were probably like,
They were so proud of you.
Crazy.
they were probably so, I had a 3.82 GPA.
Wow.
Top of my class. But wait, so go back to your thing. So you were
Right. Oh, I'm impressed. What happened after that? So then okay. So then I decided to be a vet, right? Because I remember I was like, I'm gonna be a doctor, and then one day I thought about it, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't be a doctor. So then I had this like guest lecture from this vet who came in, and I remember she was like, you guys can still be vets, blah 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 blah, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So then I had to get 3,000 hours of animal experience. Like that's like a prerequisite to going to vet school. And so I signed up for this bird lab. So I was looking after zebra finches, and I was like creating little different protein diets for them. And I would like throw them out, and I'd watch which zebra finches would go for what. And I'd write it down. Okay. And then I was spending 9 hours a week with a bunch of birds. Okay. So
you were smoking a pound of weed at the time.
I literally
I was
did.
writing my little
The
pieces on
opposite of what you're using.
the varying levels of protein diet and the way it affects zebra finches and all this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I was doing that, trying to get like referrals from this or that. Okay, and then I was like, now I need to work at an animal hospital. So then I was going to school 5 days a week, and then on the weekends I'd work 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at this tiny little animal hospital, and I'd walk dogs, wash dogs all day long, take blood draws to the anal gland expression, and then
go up
clean
their
up.
ass.
Yeah,
Guy
so
yells
a
at
lot of that.
So you tried that already.
And then I worked there. And then during the summers, I worked at this giant animal hospital that had 26 doctors. And there was a bunch, I was like a vet tech assistant. And so I would like go up, grab the dog appointments, weigh them, bring them to the room, write down the stuff, and then go get the doctor, assist the doctor in anything that. And then I started to realize that they didn't need me. There's like so many of us. So what I do is I go in, and then you're supposed to clock in, right? Beep, and then you clock out during lunch, and then you clock back in. What I would do is I would clock in, and then I would like twiddle my fingers for like 20 minutes. Then I'd fake clock out and stay for 40 minutes and clock back in. Then I would leave for 2.5 hours.
Is this a podcast exclusive? Are we getting this? Are we really? Are you allowing us? Are you sure, Fuslie, with this?
I've admitted this
incredible
on
knowledge?
stream before.
Okay.
And the statute of limitations protects me.
Okay,
This was
thank
a long
God.
time
Yeah,
ago.
this is crazy.
I can't be taking
40 minutes.
I pretended to take a 40-minute
Don't tell me
lunch.
your wage was 15 an hour.
No, it was like 8. It was really low.
Okay.
It was not good. But I was making I was making 800 a week, and I was working 4 days a week, but from like really long hours, maybe 9 to 8 as well. So anyways, clock out, didn't leave, clock back in,
Made $5.
then left for 2.5 hours, went to Pete's Coffee, came back, and I was like, hey docs, what's up? And then I go to the bathroom, listen to One Direction, and then go out, leave the bathroom, and then, hey doctors, just like show a face. And then
you're friends with this?
Listen, I had to get my back. They didn't need me. There's so many of us running around. We were desperate. Oh, and then what I would actually do is that I'd made friends with this girl named Minchi, and she was like this really quiet Chinese girl. And at first I thought she didn't like me. So we just like fold laundry together really quietly. And then eventually we started like talking. And there was this girl named, I don't want to say her name.
And she's like, One Direction?
No. She just started to like laugh at things I would do. Like quietly. She'd be like, I was like, what? And then she's just like, you're funny.
Wait, why did you guys like each other?
No, she's just really quiet.
Oh.
And then so we would just both be assigned to like laundry at the day. And then so we'd fold laundry all day long, and then she would just like snicker at me. And then I was like, what's so funny? And then she's like, you are. And then I was like,
Wait, I feel like she was in love with you.
no, we started to become like really close and like joke. And then she started teaching me Chinese, and then she would like, I'd be like, and then every time I try to speak Chinese, she'd just laugh at me. But then she'd like, close. And then slowly after the summer, we became like a little friend. And then she was actually the person when we left. I was like, I'm gonna miss you. And then she's like, I'm gonna miss you too. And then we like hugged. And she was super tsundere. Like, didn't like, we weren't like, girl. She was just like, huh.
This is like an anime, by the way.
Anyway,
like everything you're
I
saying
love
is
her.
crazy.
And then because I was rejected by this there's like a cool, popular like vet tech assistant who invited oh my God, I come to work, right? And the next day, that day, they would all be laughing like, oh my God, I'm so hungover. And I'm like, oh, from what? And they're like, oh, we all went to the bars last night. And I'm like, oh, you guys did? Oh, was that fun? And they're like, yeah, it was like wild. Like she did this. She was like riding that like the horse. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so hungover.
Isn't that probably not like company code to ride the horses?
not the actual horses at the hospital.
But the women?
No, they went to like those bull riding.
The bull riding
okay.
ones.
Bars.
Like the ones at the bars.
And they're talking about how drunk they are, and we were not invited.
How drunk the horses were?
Me and Minchi were not invited. Anyway, so then I was like, well, I'm dealing with like, this is like work drama. Like, I just feel like this one girl hates me, and for no reason. Like, she just chose not to like me. We didn't even talk. And I was like, okay. So then me and like Minchi would just do laundry. Anyway, so that was my job. And then after that, I went to teaching. I decided like, I'm not going to be a good vet.
Why wouldn't you be a good vet? No, you didn't answer our question.
The vet told me.
Oh,
was
she's
like-
just like, yeah, we don't invite you to parties. You suck.
No, she straight up told
Yeah,
her.
the vet was like, hey, I feel like you'd be good in like a different field.
Maybe she wanted to get you out of there because she knew you'd take over.
No, this
That's
was
Hokage.
This was actually at the other hospital. So you know the smaller one. This was at
if
the
you
small.
if you mess up this table, by the way, I'm never talking to you again. This is mahogany wood from a.
I already spilled on it.
I spilled two.
Mm-hmm.
There's honey bunches of oats everywhere.
I keep whacking the mic. Sorry.
Sorry.
You can do whatever you want. I already
You know
told
it's been
you.
an hour.
No, it hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, it hasn't.
That's all, folks.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's already 5. It's 4:58.
We can't end yet.
Emmy
Hey,
said
I-
we could be. Emmy said we could be late. Emmy
we
said
have,
we
yeah,
could be
doesn't
late.
there's
care.
a couple more. We can do.
You're in her title.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. If you're watching, by the way, it's because Emaru's live because they have to go do her podcast.
Wait, we're
Okay,
doing-
It's not a podcast.
It's not a
cosplay.
podcast cosplay.
Sorry,
stream.
everything's podcast to me. I'm just really busy.
Okay.
We
anyway,
it's crazy how we didn't even get through.
we have more questions.
Because
to get
this is
through.
the thing with us ladies. We can talk forever.
Don't call us ladies.
Yeah, ladies.
Okay, so you had a job.
Yes,
And so what was your job after that?
that was it. Streaming. Like I went to grad school for teaching, and then I got into a car crash on the way.
Do you want to do teaching after you're done streaming?
I could still want to. Yeah, that's why school is like my shit.
School, the show, my
Yes.
You can have it.
Well, I want to be your TA or something. It just reminds
If you
me of
wanted
what
to
I
do a
wanted
season
to
like
do.
that, I would totally do it.
She's so qualified. We're currently sharing a bed while we're visiting Austin right now.
We could do
And-
it there.
Well, no, shut up. And she woke up and she's like, "Good morning!" She jumped out of bed, just full energy. Like, you know how like when you wake up, you're just kind of like you need like at least like 5 hours to like kind of like
Get up.
recompose after
No.
decomposing. No, she doesn't have that.
I don't.
So she's a morning person.
I snap my eyes open. I'm like,
So that's what it was like. She was like,
"What do you guys want for breakfast?" I'm
"That's what she said." What do you guys want for breakfast?
like- and they're all like,
Straight out of bed. It was crazy.
It
It
takes
was so
forever, and I
crazy.
was like pacing the room. I'm like, "Oh, so we can have this, we can have this, we can have this."
But do you think that's
And
like,
I start
is
shaking
that
the
you
blanket.
or is that like
Wake up,
the
wake
strings
up.
of anxiety just pulling you, being like,
Oh no,
I
I'm
feel
not
like-
anxious. I'm
I don't
happy.
feel like you have any anxiety.
I have anxiety sometimes, but like not in the mornings. The mornings, I'm like excited to be alive, and I'm like, "Wake up, people! It's time."
how
to
do you
live
get
the
like
day.
that? Because me and Ray are not like that.
No, it's just I'm a morning person. Like I feel I'm awake, and then I'm awake, and I want to get this shit started.
Wow. See, I want to be like you when I grow up.
But I feel like that's just like you just have to like.
No, bro. I can't. Like, it takes me 4 hours to get up.
Oh.
Like, I take the slowest mornings. Like, I'll wake up and then I'll lay there for like another hour or two, sometimes fall back asleep, and then wake up. And then I got to go walk, and then I got to get some caffeine. And then I turn on my computer. and
Is
then
that why when you came to my house, you said, "Give me caffeine immediately"?
I did not
Yeah.
say it like that. I asked, "Do you have a
No,
crumb
you
of
said it like
caffeine?"
this. You said, "Give me caffeine."
No, I didn't.
Give it to me.
Give me caffeine. Give me now. No, I did not say that.
She does talk about it. She did need it. She said,
I
on there,
did.
She's like, I want 5 Red Bulls, and I was like, how about
And
5?
I
Yeah, she
told
said
you
one
guys,
Red
whenever
Bull.
you're here, I will do anything you need. Anything you got it.
and you mean that, and that's actually awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think you had a real podcast. Like when this whole thing were
Oh.
coming, I was like, there's not a real podcast.
I'm never posting this, by the way.
Yes,
Like, this is
These
not-
are just for me to hold.
What? This is
us
a
hanging-
good
this is not
podcast.
even recording,
I know.
by the way. This
Let me
whole
ask you.
time.
Let me ask you one more
You
question.
just wanted to hang out.
I like hanging out with you guys.
So this is
He's
not,
like,
not even
This is not what I
recording.
do on my stream anyway.
He's
Just
like-
us
He's
talking
like,
like this.
surprise, I just wanted to talk.
And we were never recording.
Yeah, actually, you know. All right, let me ask you.
That'd be more wholesome. That'd actually be wholesome and sad at the same time, but kind of
It would be
wholesome.
sad.
But well, here's the thing. I told you guys. Like, I honestly, well, I didn't tell you guys this, but I honestly do see you guys as friends.
Genuine
Okay,
friends.
that's crazy coming after that first question that you asked.
Here's why. So that first question, let's go back to that. It's because I can't see anyone new in my life and or people that can just use me. Like I can't see someone that's a 50 viewer, 100 viewer, 200 viewer, 500. I've been burned too many times. I don't trust you. You probably want something from me because the truth is you should want something from me. But you guys, you don't benefit. We all work together. So it doesn't. And also I've just known you longer.
Yeah.
So I've like closed the doors to bossing say, but for you guys, I'm like, I would still talk to you and like I do see you as friends. But I know it's hard for us because you guys live far away, but I see you guys as friends.
Yeah.
We see you as friends too.
Yeah. I feel like there's like with streamers, especially that have been doing it for so long, it's like we kind of
Mutual
know what we go
understanding.
through. Like we've
We've been
through it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
we
once
have an
you're there, we
understanding.
like, come on,
Yeah.
I don't need more friends. I
Yeah.
don't want more friends.
You don't want more friends?
No, I'm tired of them. There's a biblical quote I live by nowadays. It's there's no friends in the industry.
No.
Oh, wait, where is
friends
that in the
industry.
Bible?
Yeah.
There's no friends in that's Drake, right? Drake.
Drake. He said that.
Yeah.
But I live by those words because the truth is like there's not really a lot of friends in my industry. Like I don't think Ray would really talk to me if it wasn't for my clout.
I'm like thinking about it. Like, actually, I'm just kidding.
Lie. We would talk to you. We would talk to
You
you.
look so devastated.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Liz,
just
You're
kidding.
actually just a cool person.
I'm just kidding. I actually, we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, we were.
We actually were talking about you earlier, and we were talking about how you genuinely seem like you genuinely appreciate hanging out with us.
Oh, I
It was
love
really
it.
cute. No,
And-
like you just
no, it's
burst
really
out into,
cute. Like, it just like, and also like you seem just like overall just like a more pleasant person
then
than
wait,
years ago.
you've chilled. Like you're
You're chill. Like you're the same, but like just more like.
Ray said, she said
How do I
hanging out with you yesterday made her like you more.
I did say that.
Yeah, it was
I
really
did.
cute. She's
Wait,
like,
how was I like a few years ago? Oh.
Well, it's just like I feel like you were very well, to be fair, it was like the first time we were like in your room doing like a Ustream kind of thing, but like you were very attentive to everyone's needs, which I also really liked. And also you didn't like talk about anything weird. There was no reflect jokes, which I thought I was expecting at least one.
No,
like,
you know
just
what's
one.
crazy? I didn't even want to ask anything like that today.
See, listen, I want to talk about stuff, but I'm gonna do a tell all when I'm like 80, so I don't get sued by Ulta.
Nice.
my God.
Yeah.
Here's the truth
Yeah,
of why
I can still get sued. So just wait.
I didn't want to ask you about it because I just think there's no point. I mean, it was just something stupid that happened. It wasn't even anything. I don't care to bring that stuff up.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but I mean, it's stuff I want to like clarify in the future. So I can't. I literally legally can't. So
But she can for me. So we're gonna ask some questions about.
yeah. So which sponsor was the worst for you and why?
Oh, that's an easy one
it is easy.
For-
Well,
for me.
wait, what's yours?
Not Displate, bro.
Yeah, you already flamed. You're gonna.
Okay, no, that was not it. The worst sponsor I ever had truly was there was this one sponsor. It's called like soap or some shit. I forgot what it's called. It wasn't Dove. It was like some kid made this in a lab and was like, "Ooh." I used it, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna pay you." It wasn't really a lot. We want you to stream while being in the bath, and I did it, and I broke a $500 mic, and they paid me like $400, and it was the worst sponsor I ever had.
Wait, you had a $400 sponsor?
Recently?
No, this is 4 years ago.
I was gonna.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
okay.
you would take. I feel like
You
don't.
accepted a $400
Not- Yeah, we think your rate is better than that. That's why.
A little
yeah,
bit more.
yeah.
A little bit.
You
Like
need a new
1,000.
agent.
1,000.
Yeah. So
Probably.
my agent back then actually was slicker. So I'm not kidding. So that was the worst sponsor I ever had by far. Besides the Displate one, because I felt guilty that I used Displate. I still think Displate should. I'll stand by it. They've messaged me before. They're like, Ms. Fuck you. We hope we killed your rabbit.
This is a lot.
What was your worst sponsor?
What?
What-
My worst sponsor? Let me try to go through. Honestly, I haven't really had like terrible. It's more so just like how they think they know what's right for like, because like no one cares about an Insta story and like they're not gonna click it. No one cares.
True.
But I think the thing is, I had a Hot Pocket sponsor years ago, and I had to post on Instagram of me holding a Hot Pocket, and they had me retake this photo so many times because it just wasn't to their stand. Like, oh, the box needs to be at this angle, like they're very particular kind of thing. But nothing like too horrible. I mean, there's worse sponsors. I can't like really talk about it because like they're kind of like still kind of maybe involved.
Display.
possibly,
But I feel like for you that's a huge thing because you deal with like the biggest brands ever. Aren't they like, hey, they got to do it this way, this way, this way? Like,
well, okay, so let me think. Worse, I had like I have like some funny stories because you know how what's his name, Jericho? He was when McDonald's first came to Twitch,
Yeah.
they wanted to give they were scared. So they're like, we're going to give it to like a real brand. They thought Twitch basically said Jericho was like a good,
Yeah,
was a
I didn't
good
answer my emails that day.
Yeah, you were their
You
top
weren't
pick for
available.
sure, but Jericho close second, right? And so apparently he messed it up real bad. Like he was singing like the Red Robin song during it, and then he like kept joking about Whopper coins, and like basically they're like, this is a disaster. I heard about it because my chat was linking about it. It was such a fail that people were like, dude, this guy effed up the sponsor. So then I found out McDonald's went to me next. And I was like, oh shit, this is a lot of pressure. Twitch is like, they were nervous. So like really just front page, it'd be a big deal. Like McDonald's would work with streamers very often. So just please, like, we trust you. You're a good example. And so I was like, I got this. Okay.
I imagine,
Yeah.
I just imagine your viewers at this point with your hundreds of sponsors is just everything about them has to be just, Fuslie, I got this from Fuslie.
My brand was that I was sponsored a lot. Like that for a bit.
Yes.
I won't even lie. It
People
was.
love it.
It was
though.
a joke.
Like it was like the meme.
Yeah, like sponsored by your local aisle 7. Everybody
Well,
would
you have
say
such
like,
incredible sponsors that like it's awesome.
It
Like
was-
if I was a viewer, I'm like, hell yeah.
there was some of them they were cool. I was
But,
like,
but you
okay,
were
this-
saying, so what was
yeah.
your
So
first
then
sponsor?
I was doing the McDonald's one. I was like, this is not that bad, but it was like I was playing Pokemon and like I was like, just don't say Whopper, like don't say Whopper, don't say anything Burger King related.
No.
Do
Oh,
not
I
say
see what's
it.
gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, don't say it, right? And I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. And then I see like this Pokemon pop up.
the Whooper.
Yes, it's first of all, it was a Quagsire. But my brain went Quagsire Whooper. And I was like, that's a Whopper. I'm a Whopper. My chat's like, what? And I'm like, isn't that a Whopper? And I'm like, oh my God.
Wait,
It's a Whooper. Oh my God, not even a Whooper. It's a Quagsire, right? And I'm like, fuck. I said,
Did they
Whooper.
confront you about
no,
it?
No, they didn't. Luckily, they
Oh.
didn't. So that was just like one. And I was like praying. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like ready in advance for like apologies, but nothing happened. So I did fine. The other one I had was like this NARS sponsorship. So basically, I had
What's
sponsored.
NARS?
It's NARS is a
hair
makeup
removal.
company.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't it hair removal?
No, NARS, like the blush. Like,
yeah.
So I did an Animal Crossing NARS sponsorship. And so in it,
Oh, that is so cool.
So I was-
That's such
so
trash.
in it, I was playing Animal Crossing,
should
and
be a
my
beer.
character was wearing NARS blush and like had NARS, and basically there's like a print, and you put it all over the wall. So it's NARS, 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 and you'd walk into the house, it's just like wall print. I was super sellout. I was like NARS, and then I closed the game. And then 3 months later, I had an Urban Decay sponsorship or benefit. It was like another makeup company, and they want me to do the same concept. And so I was like, all right, hey everybody, today's stream is sponsored by Urban Decay. Da, 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 da. I forgot the brand, but something like that. I open up the game and it's like all NARS branding. It's like it was their direct competitor. Like everything was screaming. Her shirt. I was like, I walk in. I didn't even notice it at first. I was like, she's wearing a little shirt that says NARS. Walks in the room's like, NARS, 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 NARS. My chat's like,
No, that's good. I actually did that. I did a Call of Dragon was a game that I was sponsored by, and I did like a 2-hour sponsor by them, and it was like the QR code thing
Mhm.
you have to like put on the screen,
Mhm.
and it went fine. They're like, good job, like we're done. And then a month later, I got a sponsor from Raid Shadow Legend, and I did the sponsor for 2 hours,
wrong QR code.
and I left the QR code up for Call of Dragons for 2 hours straight.
Oh,
I didn't know to let the
no.
sponsor.
Did they say anything?
Yeah, no, they didn't say anything. They're like, you're done. We're not even paying you. And deserved. Like,
Wait, they didn't pay you.
oh hell no.
Oh, there's no way. That's
One of the other. I didn't even try to fight it.
There's
I was
no
fighting
way.
in court. It was crazy. For 2 hours they were gonna pay me money, and I just another competitor the entire time. I was an idiot. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
God.
But that was the worst sponsor. That was the worst I ever did.
Yeah, these are less like bad on them,
Yeah.
more bad on us.
No, it
Like,
was terrible on
yeah.
me. I completely.
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
bad. You deserve to lose all the money.
Let me ask you one more question, because I know you guys are extremely busy people.
Well, we just had, this is Emmy. We're
So,
late.
What are you guys thinking on the idea of retirement? Like, do you want like kids, family? Are you thinking like?
God, everyone's
what's-
been asking us about retirement lately.
Because
It's
I'm
like,
just
this is
hoping you
getting
retire
old
soon.
now.
Oh.
We're just getting old. Like,
I mean,
that's
to be
the
fair, there's a
topic
lot
now.
of like YouTubers that are retiring.
Yeah.
recently.
They're retiring. I mean, we are hitting the older area. You know,
Yeah.
you've been doing this for what?
It's been we've started 1 month apart, so
So we're
it's-
10 years.
yeah 10
almost.
years of
Yeah.
streaming. I just see. I mean, I don't see myself ever being disinterested in games. You know, I've been doing it my whole life, even before. So I imagine that in the future, I probably will not have a contract with a platform. But if there's a game that comes out that I like, I'm probably gonna play it, even if I'm like 80,
Mm.
and then I'll stream it. you know?
So you think you're just gonna game and just like you? So you think you don't see a stop for streaming?
I don't. I think I do it very casually. Like I'm sure in the far future. I don't know about kids. I genuinely I can't see myself having kids. I don't know. Like it's weird. Like I feel. Don't you feel like streaming and gaming all this time is kind of mentally stunted?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I feel so like I
I'm not
feel
ready.
like I'm in my early 20s, like my brain, but like it's like people have kids like at this time.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It feels weird.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just feel like I'm also like a super overthinker. So if I have kids, like I feel like I'm gonna have like a severe medical condition and like be paralyzed from the neck down. So I like don't. I don't know if I'm gonna have kids. Yeah.
So for retirement, you just don't think you're gonna retire at all.
Well, the thing is,
do
like,
you not see yourself wanting to be like, well, I can go. I want to go to the Caribbean. Like I just want to travel
want to live
more.
on a farm.
That's so
Really?
real.
I mean, I grew up on a farm and I loved it. Like I want like some cows and some chickens.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be so cute.
I feel like that's a pretty like a common thing amongst streamers. Like
Like a garden. and
like a
stuff.
lot of people want to like they almost want to like the polar opposite of streaming.
Mm.
It's like they've experienced like the max like
Yeah.
stimulation screen time, 10 hours chat,
Yeah.
ADHD, and they're like, I want to slow down. I want to go the exact opposite.
But
and
don't you think that may be too much for
It
your
might-
brain?
it's just
Like,
like
is it
much.
too much of a
totally
change?
different lifestyle. That's like
I mean, I think I'd probably do both.
stream the farm.
Maybe like 24-hour camera raising the chickens.
Do
or
you
something.
see yourself slowing down in hours though?
Oh, absolutely. But like I like working. Like I like doing like cool stuff, like opportunities. So I don't see myself retiring soon. Like I hope to do more voice acting and stuff.
So do you see yourself going maybe a different path? Like you're going from.
Oh, sorry. I'm just for memories. You know, can I have
Bro,
some
this is
memories?
gonna be on YouTube. Do you not like? Is it really gonna do that poorly?
Memories.
Memories. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just finishing up Ms. Kiff's podcast.
Yeah, the podcast.
You can walk in here.
Woo!
Hey.
Oh yeah, there's like 3 cameras.
There's actually 7.
What's the tea?
We're talking
We're
about
talking about
retirement.
We're talking about this guy named Jeffrey right now.
When are you guys gonna retire?
Well,
I don't.
Ray said she's basically never gonna retire.
Yeah,
She's
I don't
gonna live
know.
on a farm.
It's also just like fun and like I just have to be stimulated and doing stuff all the time. So like I don't know.
Do you think
Like
you
how
want?
do you retire? You just do nothing?
No, I mean for me, retirement would be more so I would stop streaming as much, which I already plan on doing, and doing more things like this, the podcast, or something that's just a different avenue.
Oh,
I feel like I've already kind of beaten that idea
I'm
of
also
streaming.
doing a podcast, so that's another way to like kind of pivot.
Can we bleep that?
No, hey, no, this is
No, it's not
promoted
out.
when it comes out.
It's not out, and it's not going to come out for like another 6 months. So
Will Jeffrey know about this podcast?
Jeffrey will probably know.
She's gonna spill all the tea on the podcast.
Yeah. I'll spill
What
the
kind of
tea.
what kind of podcast is it gonna be?
It's with another person.
Mhm.
And I can't say who yet, but it's I don't know. It's gonna be everything and everything.
Can I guess?
You're not gonna.
You'll never know.
Chris Pratt. You
How
stole
did
my
you
you stole
know?
my guy.
No, but yeah, it should be good. Like that. Yeah, I agree. Like different avenues outside of streaming.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you see,
I'm down the same route.
so you're thinking like maybe in the next few years switching to stuff that's more outside of the streaming area,
Mhm.
but still doing.
But I feel like I've been doing that already. Like
Totally, you've
Yeah,
been
you have.
getting into like acting.
yeah,
like-
yeah. So I'm just gonna do more of that stuff. Still streaming, but not nearly like as much as I am right now. I mean, to be fair, I only am right now because of how
GTA.
addicted I am to GTA.
But if
But
you didn't have GTA,
If I didn't have GTA, I would not be streaming as much as I have.
What about you?
I think similarly, I think mine would be more of a defined cut. Like I would set the
Wait,
expectation.
really?
Yeah, it wouldn't be like I'm quitting, but it'd be like the expectation is that I'm almost not live.
Mm.
And if I am live, hey, I'm here. I just feel like if I'm gonna have kids, I should have kids. But I also might not have kids. I was talking about how like I don't really want to raise kids in this like TikTok generation. Like I would raise kids in a different scenario, but I'm scared to raise kids in this current world. So part of me
Maybe
is
an
like I
Amish
want
car wash.
maybe an Amish car wash, yeah. Or she can do that. Yeah. We can, but like I go home right now and like my cousins, everybody who are like kind of I always compare myself like in timeline to them.
Mm.
They're all having kids, getting married. I just got back from my cousin's wedding. My cousin who's my age is trying for a kid right now. And it's just like making me like, holy crap, like we are emotionally stunted in this
Yeah.
career. And like I have to almost like set a line. Like this is like my priority now is less on streaming and creating. It is now on family or my next step in life.
Mm.
So I also might just like, boom, I'm actually slowing down on streaming, guys. I'm not gonna be the expectations, I'm not gonna be live, no contract. I'll stream when I'm, playing some games and say hey and whatnot. But I'm going to be having a kid. I'm going to be married. I'm going to do this. And that's my next chapter.
Do you feel like that you'll soon be at a point where you'll feel accomplished to do that?
Yeah, like that's just like my next chapter. What do you mean accomplished?
Like, do you think you're gonna, like, within the next few years, like, are you going to be like, yeah, I've done enough?
Yeah.
And you feel like you're
when
ready?
when do you think you're gonna put that?
Like, when is
I think
enough?
I'm just gonna do it.
When you feel
I'm just gonna feel like it. I'm gonna like the thoughts. It's
Yeah.
just gonna like it's like a building thought, and it's just gonna be like I'm done.
Yeah,
I've had enough.
Is that thought building right
Guys,
now?
It is building.
Okay.
It's always this voice that's like, and then sometimes like shut up. I'm playing GTA, but then it gets louder, and then I'm like, I gotta quit, and then I'm like, no. So it's like it's getting there to the point where I have to. I know I have to address it. I'm actually. I talked to Pokey about it, DM'd her, because she's like kind of like the first that's like slowing down. Like kind of, she still does her podcast and she still like comes out and everything, but just like to pick her brain on retirement in that sense, like a active thing of like I'm slowing down. I was like, I want to just talk to her about it because it's kind of like there's no step, like nobody's really like we're kind of like the forefront of people, and there's nobody who's really shown us what the next step after streaming is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is PewDiePie.
Like he doesn't stream. Like he's not a streamer
The only
first. He's a YouTuber first.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
but
it's a little
I mean, people have retired, but I think that it's harder for streamers to retire because we get. It's crazy to think how we get attention, which is just like we click a button and there's 10, 20, 30,000 people watching
Yes.
us. So that to fade away from that is very hard because you're just it's so much stimulation.
Yes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
will I be happy?
But like, don't you feel desensitized to that stimulation by now?
What do you mean?
Like, just like
Don't ask me that.
like
Like
wait,
go
really? You still
Right?
like,
Are you kidding me?
wait,
you
what's
crave it still?
I'll be like, dude, I want to quit streaming, man. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so sick of this
and
shit.
then
Give me 40 minutes.
that's where I'm at too. Sometimes I'm like so over it, and then I'm like, I miss streaming. I'm going back. Like,
Yeah, you're
it's-
addicted.
Yeah, it's like this, like it's almost a connection you have, like when you're in that streaming space and like you saying something, and there's all these people that care, and like blah, 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 you can just like talk about things, and these people are like yes, or no, or you can just. It's like this back and forth. It's almost like a friend that's like a collective, like chat, right? It's like am I ready to, or will I be happy without that? Like it's almost like I don't know how to function for the past 10 years of my life
Wow.
without this like stable. They're like it's like another
It's an
relationship you have.
entity.
They're an entity that you
They're
like.
gonna love that.
What? That they're an entity?
The relationship.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
we're
gonna
not in
be
a
like,
but, like,
oh my
I knew
god,
it.
I knew it. I do have something with Leslie.
They're my friends. Okay. Sorry. Okay. But like, you know what I mean? Like you have a back and forth with a community of people. And it is a very unique situation that most people like don't like. It's a streamer like thing or a YouTuber thing where you like have this relationship with people, right? That you share things with and that are like that you know, and I guess it's just like hard. I don't know if I will be happy completely giving that up.
Yeah.
And so part of me thinks like I will. I was like, sometimes I just want to fade away, and I'm like, I don't want anyone to care about anything I'm doing ever. Like I don't like the idea that people are thinking about me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it irritates me. I just want to like. I bet people are wondering like, oh, what Leslie's doing. If I were to go live, like there's people that would like watch, and I would change their day. And like I don't like that sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to read a book and fully feel like I'm just doing my own thing and not worried about anything else. And that feeling, yeah, right. I don't know.
I do feel responsible knowing that there's like when people watching you, some of those people like genuinely their lives have changed because of you and your streams, and like they like almost rely on your streams. Like they're there. Like I know some people will like change their work schedule to be able to watch your
I don't
stream.
believe in that stuff. Especially nowadays. I can believe in that 10 years ago when there was like 8 content creators doing stuff, but now there's like 400 million, so for me now it's like, oh, well, I rely on you so much. The truth is I think they kind of do, but it's so much easier to assimilate to other creators now with every platform. So it's not as big of a deal. Like think about 6 years ago, how core communities were. Because the truth is when like Tyler One and Greek weren't live, it was like there was nobody that people wanted to watch because there was just nobody doing what they did. But now there's a billion creators. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has changed a lot for that. But like, do you see yourself after retirement being like, are you saying that you want to just one day go, I'm done? Or is it more something where it's like you just slowly taper off?
It's hard. That's the way I.
Do you want like maybe is there something after streaming you want to do? Maybe
Probably, but I haven't really given
Because
myself
I feel like
the time.
retirement in your 30s is the
Absolutely
40s is
not.
the
I
worst.
cannot retire. Like I will work on something else. Like I can't wake up and do nothing. Like games will always be there, but will I always be streaming? Will I turn to some other form of output? Like I need to output something, or else
Mhm.
I feel empty. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
on vacation for the rest of my life. That sounds
No.
horrible.
Yeah,
I
it
just
sounds
feel
so
like, what is my
boring.
purpose? I'm just like on the beach. Oh, this is nice, but like I'm just here. Like I have to do something that's changing the world a little bit or making people a little happy. Right now, I think streaming has this. It gives us this purpose in life. Like we are going live and people are enjoying what we're doing, and that is like what we have so much as job satisfaction. Like we feel like we're making a positive difference, and that's like I want to still have that effects in some way, but because streaming can be so much output that you feel like you don't even have any like time for yourself or like you don't know who you are without it. I want to figure that out.
Mm.
And I don't know if I like what that looks like. I'm like, so I'm like kind of like this is a great like an interesting topic because I love to pick up people's brains who do it, who've done it for so long.
Mm.
You know, what about you? Like how do you feel?
Well, for me, I already know that I've craved attention my whole life. Like literally ever since I was 5 years old, I was just nonstop making jokes, trying to bother people to make them laugh and be annoying. Because I love attention. So there's no way I'm going to say to myself, I will not want to do that. Like I love attention and I always will. So what I can do, but the thing is, I don't want to stream all the time because I feel like streaming is a very draining job. And I feel like a lot of streaming, this might sound weird to some of my chat, but they know I've just done almost everything. There's not much I could say in my career at this point that I really haven't done. I've done more than almost everyone else in terms of like just random things. I have a little bit more to do, but what can I do where I'm just still having that relevancy, still having that feeling of making something in this space, but I'm, taking a step back. The truth is, it was OTK. But the thing is with OTK is it's kind of its own thing now. With it, it's very corporate. So I want to have something that's more front facing for like Twitch and like streaming. So my thing now is the podcast because it's a different area and it's only a couple hours to talk to somebody. And then what I really want to do is MMA.
Really?
Yeah, I have an MMA league.
Oh.
You guys, did you not see the first fight?
No.
It was terrible.
Oh, but you're serious. So that's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
I want and I look a lot in the future, which is honestly a really bad thing because I'm never present. But I want to have a podcast and I want to just focus on my MMA and stream whenever I can. But I feel like I've just done so much as a streamer that a lot of times I think of ideas and I'm like, I've already done this or I've done something so similar. Because the truth is, during COVID, what haven't I done? I did. What haven't I done in a room? I've kind of done it all. And I'm not really a gamer like you guys. So for me, it's like I got to get to the next project, which for me is MMA. But yeah, I have an MMA league. I had it 2 months ago. We did fights on my channel at my gym.
I remember that, but
Mhm.
I just like have a hard time watching people fight, so I didn't watch it.
Yes.
It went bad?
What?
It went bad?
It was amazing in person, but then the VOD was the worst production you can ever imagine.
Oh,
I literally
really?
could have asked One Tap to do it and he'd done a better job.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was really bad. They lied. They said they worked with Floyd Mayweather. I think they might have said maybe they said they watched him once or something. I just wasn't paying attention. But it was they did such a bad job. And they scammed us, but we are hiring a new production. We're hiring a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But
It was a good warm up.
yeah, but that's even with this podcast. Like last one, I had no idea what I was doing. But this one, I have more of a structure. I found out that Dave can
Yeah.
write for me.
He came with notes.
Yeah, Dave.
Check
He
that
had
out.
questions.
I was like,
There was structure. It was
It's all
good.
yours.
thank you. Also, sorry if I'm lingering. I'm actually so immersed in all this conversation. Like, I'm like,
No, we got viewers.
You're like nodding.
We're-
Yeah, you're like
We're almost done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for me with retirement, it's something I think about all the time because I know that when I look at my career, I'm sure you guys are very similar. I'm over the 50% mark with streaming.
What do you? I see. In terms of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm over that part. So now it's like, okay, well, what am I want to do after that will grow? Because the truth is what I do, which is like people come in my room, whatever I'm doing stuff, it's going to get old in 5 years. I can't be doing the same stuff. I have to keep progressing. When for you guys, which is kind of nice with your stuff, like, yeah, you want to play games for the next 10 years, games will still be a thing.
Sure.
Yeah. It really is like, what's the next game? And
Yeah. If there's great games
stuff,
and
but-
we're still playing them, it's like, we want to keep going. But
Yeah. For me, it's like, okay, when was the last Jump King update? 3 years ago. I'm screwed. You know what I mean? So that's my idea for retirement is this, honestly, this podcast, and then also the MMA.
That's so
Oh
exciting.
my god, there's gonna be like one day you're gonna be on like season 6, episode 14, and then people are gonna go all the way back to this episode. And you're like, let's watch a throwback episode, episode 3.
I
You
know.
he doesn't even have a name for this yet.
No.
This podcast.
This is
This is episode 3.
This is episode 3.
He has a backlog, so he hasn't uploaded them yet.
No name.
No name.
Nothing.
Just
Oh,
recording
yeah.
episodes.
If you have an idea for a name, she said Mizzy
I said
Wizzy.
Mizzy
No,
Wizzy.
come on, don't.
Stop, I'm literally
Right, just imagine. I own an MMA league.
Ew.
A bunch of
Mizzy Wizzy.
you have
podcast.
Josh McClellan sitting right here, 312 pounds. Welcome to the Mizzy Wizzy
the
podcast.
Miz experience.
I'm your
is
boss, by the way.
So inviting.
That's so like I love
Inviting for who?
that. Like,
Mizzy Wizzy talks about his feelings. Come on. That's kind of cute. It sets the
yeah,
precedent.
I'll you could be my title person for my videos. Talks about his MMA. Oh, Mizzy Wizzy, cute emoji, Kirby dance. I'm thinking just chatting, but it's still in the works.
Just chatting. Yeah.
Because it makes sense. I
just
did
has
just
to be
chatting.
Yeah.
Like it just.
It-
I think it
is
has to be taken.
I'm telling you, the kid's gonna budge on the Bitcoin.
Just yapping.
Just yapping.
Someone said let's talk because I say talk. TAWOK.
Wait, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Twat.
What do you
That's
guys
good.
better, just chatting or just
'Cause,
talk, or
like,
let's talk?
You're from New Jersey.
How would you
aren't
Yeah.
spell talk?
TAWOK.
Wait, what?
TA talk.
You'd spell it normally.
Just
Me
twatting.
too.
Just chatting. I mean, if it does fit you,
Yeah, I
Just
grew
chatting
in
is
I
good.
grew in just chatting.
just do it. That's
Just do it's the podcast name.
Just
no,
do
just
it.
chatting. Just-
I think that's been taken by Nike. Or
no, just chatting. Just
Okay.
do it. Just do that title.
okay, I'll do
Yeah.
it. But
Love
anyway, that is the end of this podcast. That is the episode 3 or whatever it's going to be of whatever this podcast name is at this point. I think it's just chatting. So you know what? Thank you guys for coming on the Just Chatting podcast. If you want to find them, they're going to be in Los Santos and GTRP. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video if you got this far, and I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.